output of Onic Philippines more.
Yeah.
But knowing Aurora, if they don't slip to the point where they lose a really big lead, their late game is something that Onic might have a very difficult time dealing with.
There you go. Load up with the game number 3 here. It's going to be a fun one for sure. They're getting started right away. It's Onic Philippines versus Aurora. Close up. Yeah, this is a very close fight, honestly.
Yeah, for me, in terms of the draft, I just think I'm going to have to lean towards Aurora. I like what they have. I'm a believer in Demon Kite's Lucas. What has he been able to do? He still has a good front line to allow him that space, and that's been the kind of the secret sauce to making the Lucas jungle work. That's Edward and also Renegade here that can play that front line for him.
New Demon Kite signature pick maybe coming in.
Maybe.
Maybe force out some bans. I mean, got forced out of the ban last game. It had a solid impact on his pool, on the way that Aurora actually played here.
Yep. Similar to, I believe it was Kirk in game number 1. Now this time it's Edward picking the pull yourself together for the Edith so that they can get the quicker access onto the flicker. That's going to be a big tool for making sure the Edith can survive or even set up. Keller aggressive in lane now, going to get taunted and pressured. But it's been Domikite who's getting the brunt of damage from Keldra.
There it is. King Kong diving out. Yue in trouble here.
Wow, Yue. Oh, he is taking a little bit of damage. It's going to be fine. Had to pop the Purify and the regen too. He will survive. He'll get back to base, and that's always the threat. Having the Suyo on the field right now. So Onic looking to take control early on.
Yep, look at that. The rest of Onic members look like they're out for blood. Camping out on all these bushes, stopping him from going out of their jungle.
Okay, Turtle's up. Trying to get in position. Still some level 4s have to come online here. They're not going to have him Brusco and Renegade both. So they might just give this one up. King Kong will blitz it forward. The Unbreakable, though, already forced him back. Demon Kite's going to jump in. King Kong will get the turtle. And Demon Kite falls. Edward jumps in. He's able to hit and kill King Kong. So both junglers down. And now Renegade with Edward. Earthshatter on up. Yue trying to get here. Not level 4, though. Renegade could just get caught out by himself. Couldn't find Brusco. He wanted him, but Brusco survives with 1 health.
All right, they actually kind of sacrificed quite a bit to make that post-turtle fight happen for them. You know what? Somehow, some way, it's Aurora. Sorry, it's Onic who's going to be coming out on top there.
Yeah, great positioning there by Onic. A lot of the crowd control early on that they have, especially around the Farsa and the Tigreal. Messed up a little bit of the approach that Demon Kite wanted to start with. He entered, but then immediately walked into a bunch of, hey, why can't I move? Oh, look, I'm dead. I get bursted down by the Farsa.
Yeah, Farsa, don't forget, has experienced a pretty solid buff in the previous patch. Also makes it so much safer to play with decreased move speed from Wings by Wings and solid damage overall. So, a very reliable mid laner now in the hands of Super Friends can really affect how this early to mid game is turning out for Onic.
Yeah, the early game window for Aurora is still quite open though.
Yeah.
Although Onic has closed it like halfway. One more win like that and that shuts it down completely. Kirk a little bit more confident now in lane, handling the Edith very well. Great. How Onic have been playing around the shrubs for a good amount of this game so far has been great. They're out-rotating Renegade and Yue right now. The early trade with Yue in the mid lane, forcing him to go back early, meant that they got a little bit more time to take control of the key shrubs in the rotation. So Onic Philippines so far have been taking control of this game very well.
Yeah, it feels like they're on security mode, right? They're making sure that no one can pass through this wherever. No one shall check vision. And that's actually giving a lot of free space to everyone else.
Turtle's up now. We'll see if Demon Kite has a better time jumping into this one. He got pretty much just blasted the last turtle. There's the flicker. Brusco jumps in with the implosion. He's going to be able to find Edward. Edward already gone. Now Aurora looking to see if they still want to cap out the turtle. Kirk on the backside too. King Kong just goes in, gets the turtle under the hands. Then now Renegade on the run. Demon Kite in trouble too. Tries to get away, but Kirk will find him. Already a killing spree for Kirk. And now under the tier 2, Aurora. They're in trouble. They will have to go back they lost a whole lot of that turtle fight.
Whoa, Kirk's enhanced basic attack from being able to use skill 1 locked in just in time for Demon Kite. So Demon Kite dashed out and it looked like Kirk was like, whoa, why are you connected to that, Lucas? Why is that basic attack homed in on that, Lucas? Well, that's because he was able to press it before the dash animation was committed. So yeah, what we talked about earlier, the window for the early game for Aurora has been closed. Good call right away. Once Brusco saw Edward, they acknowledged, okay, that's the major problem for us in the early game. We take it down now, and there's a high chance we win the fight. Great call by Onic.
Oh, Demon Kite 1v1 with King Kong.
Call here.
Blasts him, but King Kong gonna be fine. I can only imagine if Demon Kite wasn't behind right now, you know, maybe he's able to pump out a little more damage, but this is definitely harder than what he went through in game 1.
Yeah, more unlikely to for those solo kills to happen this time around. Feels like it's just Aurora on survival mode, trying not to die to the onslaught of Onic here. Look at that.
Oof, the pressure with the fendered airstrike. They'll still maintain that tier 1 turret, but there's so much focus here on this bottom gold lane right now. So some of this, as the window is closed, it might be up to Dome and Kite. You know, farm up as much as you can, stay alive. And we hope that the Granger is able to go ahead and pop off later towards the game. But right now, Aurora just has to cover so much ground that they've lost in the last 2 turtle fights.
Yeah, good cut there by Onic Philippines. And now 4,000 is their gold lead. Aurora are going to have to commit a lot of big trades so that they can just level out in terms of the gold. Domikite already has the Sky Piercer built up. But Demon Kite is crawling back into this. For Onic Philippines, though, Super Prince has done a tremendous job so far controlling. He's not afraid to use the feathered airstrike to just get even more control. Zone out, force back, and it's what's keeping Aurora at bay.
And what has been keeping it at bay should not be able to do that for long.
Concealed.
Now they have to go out.
Oh, Brusco again, implosion right on the mark. Toss him in the air. Edward will be able to get away, and now Renegade is going to be the one in trouble, but Kirk jumps into the backside. Doman Kite firing off, still keeping them at bay. A jump in from King Kong. He finds the beast and takes out Demon Kite. And now it's Aurora running to disengage. That's 3 for 3 in the Turtles for the Super Fam.
For some reason in this game, Demon Kite's Lucas just can't really move like it used to in game number 1.
Yeah, that's again because early on, they lost the window. This is one of the trade-offs with Lucas. If you don't get that early wins, snowball win, it's not going to go good for you and your team, not just the Lucas. And all the crowd control that Onic has, they've been man-marking very well. They've marked Edward as, okay, we'll start on him. We can't take him down. Next guy is Demon Kite. And look at Super Friends just adding to that point.
Actually, that's true. We've been seeing a lot of TKOs in this game, right?
Yeah.
You're not really dead, specifically happening to Edith as well as Demon Kite, but you can't fight either. So you're forced to back off either way.
Trying to hold down that midline. Hold on to a turret. This is the artillery that we see from Super Prince every time he gets his hands on that Farsa. You know, I said this at the beginning of the game. I was like, man, you know, Demon Kite, he makes me believe in the Lucas jungle. Right now, I'm eating my words because it's not looking too hot for Demon Kite in this matchup. Now 6,000 behind and almost the 9-minute mark. That is not going to be a good first Lord take or contest for Aurora.
100%.
That's why I'm still a Lucas jungle hater.
Of course. It's just not as consistent as you want to be. It's really good when it gets rolling.
Oh,
but the question is, can you get it rolling?
He's going to go ahead and find multiple members from Onic. Not going to actually be able to do anything, though. So, really, Onic will just grab what they can. Lord's up here in 20 seconds.
That's going to be it for that push. Now we're going to be in a little bit of a lull here, but 7,000 gold lead for Onic at a 9-minute mark. Their GPM must be off the charts right now.
Yeah, King Kong's getting close to hitting level 15 around the 10-minute mark. Back to the form that we know them to have.
That's right.
Dominating has Onic been. After losing that game number 1, getting dominated by Aurora, they have clapped back.
Ooh. Look at that gap, 3,000 gold gap against the Lucas for King Kong.
I don't think you're going to be able to really play, you know, right now, at least until you get 5 minutes more maybe on the Lucas, or you just hope you have an amazing base defense as Lord is now secured so easily for King Kong and Onic Philippines.
Yeah, they waited to take it. They let the 940 minion wave come out first. They want the Lord to come out at 10-10. They said, okay, we don't have the right position and timing just yet for the Lord to come out. This gives Onic a little bit more time to position around the map before the Lord comes out. And they will probably take down a lot of turrets on the side of Aurora. Dominkite, only level 11. Still only up to a Malefic Roar. Kelra, level 12, just built up the Holy Crystal. 3 items already locked in. That's a lot of damage coming out from this Harith. King Kong, level 15. Demonkite, level 11, who just built up the War Axe.
Yep, this is a Kelra that has been left in the kitchen, as they say in the Philippines. Left in the kitchen for far too long, and now that Harith is going to hit like a tank.
So he's been cooking. Is that why? Is that the same?
Yeah, that's exactly it. He's probably been cooking and eating, and now he is fed. He is hungry for blood, not food anymore.
Well, Lord making its way top side.
Brusco?
Shields are still there. Brusco, sneakily, with the conceal. He's not going to be able to do much with it. So right now, the shields up top go down. Tier 2 in the mid lane going to be the next focus. But Aurora will have to brace themselves to see if Brusco actually forces a fight, holds on to a flicker. So now that the shields are gone, the next waves are going to be pushing in. They're going to be looking for an angle. Edward goes in, feathered airstrike, a jump in from Renegade, and he is deleted off of the map. He's already gone, but it's a 1-for-1 trade of Brusco and Renegade, and Aurora will hold on to the base turrets.
Oh, a little bit too early for that AOG. Super Prince and the Renegade popped off her ultimates at the right time. But since the AOJ wasn't targeted towards the far side, Super Prince got to deal a lot of damage there, which kept Aurora at bay, and which meant that they were able to walk away with a kill. It was a roamer for roamer trade, though. Another feathered airstrike. Prince, again, has just been a monster in this game. Even though it's 1-0 and 5, the little details, the timings of his feathered airstrike, the little pokes, the stuns that he was able to dish out, the fact that he was the reason why Demonkite got taken out in the very first big fight that we saw in this game, and it started the downfall of Demonkite from there. The monster's effect in this game, though kind of low-key, was massive.
Really is. This is Super Prince that is not getting pressured as much by the opposition, basically because they can't reach him, number one. And number two, if they can't reach him, there's not really much oomph in the hits of Aurora so far. So he is actually fine. He's doing good. Here's Brusco.
Again. Jumps in, Edward trying to get away though, but on the backside, Yue is already gone. Kirk, a monster already. Jump in with the Avatar of the Guardian, and now Renegade taking the brunt of the damage. Edward already gone too. Demonkite can't help with the fight. He's zoned off from it, and Demonkite goes down with Brusco able to get the kill. Lord is now up. Renegade has nowhere to go. It's Kirk all game, all day, and he'll take another kill from Renegade as he just tries to walk away. One more hit, and Kirk adds another one to the list.
That was a bars night too, damn. That's on the Philippines. We'll just have to deal with you and Dominkite, and Edward is about to come back. Get the super fam, snap the road to 14-0.
Oh, it looks like they might try to, but they're gonna clear it out.
Clear. Really good clear from Yue. That Sicilian starting to kick in with that damage from the Bat's impact.
Ouch. Lord is up. King Kong, he's like, all right, guys.
Do your thing.
We got what we could. I'll go grab this Lord and get ready to march in. This Lord here could very well be that push in to end that win streak of Aurora.
So have a look at that replay there. Yue was actually just demolished here, removed from the map. Renegade missing out on that AOG was actually pretty crucial as well. And Dominkite was in no position to help out.
Kelra deciding to dash in, still got a shield, which is why Demonkite wasn't able to finish him off. Kirk, the sole reason as to why Dominkite was zoned out way too far from the other members of Aurora. Too much pressure from the Hilda. 5-0 and 2 for Kirk.
They're waiting for that 14-10 mark, I guess?
Yeah. Oh, no, they
want to rush it.
Yeah, they're just going to go for it now. Oh, wait, no.
Oh.
No. Okay, it was the 14-10 mark in the game.
In the game.
Right. This is different. A little different. It's like a split-second difference here.
Yeah.
All right, so they decide to delay it as long as they can, going for that one big push. And these towers are not built and equipped for this kind of a push, especially with a big lead, 12K to 6K. on our junglers. Oh my goodness.
What a way to face down the streak right now. 14,000 gold behind at almost a 15-minute mark.
Yep.
That's not the 14 you wanted if you're Aurora. You wanted the 14-0, not a 14,000 gold deficit as they get ready to defend against this Lord push. A fully locked in Onic Philippines lineup.
Conceal.
Renegades already going to pop the conceal, holding them up in the front side. Demon Kite is in trouble from Kirk. They pull the Lord to the side. They're going to try to clear out the waves. Brusco jumps in and implosions. Super Prince is there too, laying down the artillery strikes. And Edward's going to be gone. Kelro firing off his own force. He'll be able to find Demon Kite and he stays alive. And that's it. No win streak for Aurora as Onic Philippines will win the series 2-1.
The streak is over. At least